Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and today I'm talking about tablets. Now, you guys watching my channel love my tablet reviews, which I really enjoy doing because I feel like these are really miniature powerhouses that are obviously much bigger than smartphones, so they're great for media consumption, for gaming, and so on. But they are also incredibly powerful and can be used for productivity purposes as well. So today I'm talking about the Honor Magic Pad 2. Lovely box it comes in, and these are the goodies that they bundle in as well. But let me tell you a little bit more about that and whether or not you should consider getting one. Let's get into it. Right, so this is the Honor Magic Pad 2, and I went for the rather nice white version that actually looks quite nice in the light here today. It actually has a marble kind of effect on the reverse here. I really do rather like it. Of course, you can tell that it is just a sticker that's on the back here, but it's actually quite nice and a bit more interesting than the black version that also comes in. So it's just the two colorways that it comes in. So walking around of the design, now this is a Brucey little bonus that we'll talk about in a bit, just soon. But first of all, you're always going to be holding it, of course, in this landscape position. So if we look at it head on, of course, we're going to see that we've got a camera right in the center that you can't see there, but you will see in a close-up. And that is actually how you'll get facial recognition as well. And it is very well hidden in the bezel because the bezel on this beast is absolutely tiny. So the screen real estate here is really rather impressive. It's 12.7 across, of course, and that makes it really, really nice. In addition to that, you've got the volume rocker on the top side here, so you always know where the volume is, and you've got the power button separated, which I really, really like. I dislike it when they put the volume rocker and the power button in the same location because you're just going to get one confused over the other, and then you don't get the same muscle memory when going to the power button and so on. So I much prefer that they have this separation. Now you do have, as we work around where the power button is on the left-hand edge or the top side, if you're holding it in portrait, we've got two speaker grills here, and we have two speaker grills on the underside as well. Of course, USB Type-C port there as well. And the speakers are solid. So you are going to be very, very happy with that. Now there's nothing on the underside, and there is no SIM or ejector area, so you cannot expand the memory on this device, unfortunately. Now it comes as standard as the 256. You can get a larger version, but I couldn't get a hold of one from Honor themselves. So the 256 is what I've got here, and it is on sale at the moment. So at this time of year, this is a great time to get it because not only do you get the tablet, but let me also tell you what you get bundled as well. You actually get the Magic Pen with it as well, and that cradles really nicely on the top like so. So it is magnetized just like you've seen it on an iPad, except this is not central. Although you can put it central, which is weird, but it's not as strong there. It's actually positioned much better on the side like that, and it is very well magnetized, and of course it charges and connects that way as well. So it is quite clever, and it is a very nice feeling pen. It is quite weighty, it's quite a heavy pen. It clearly has a fairly large battery in it, but it does feel comfortable. I actually prefer this one again over the Apple Pen, but it's not my favorite. I have to say Samsung still make, I think, the best and most normal feeling pens of the styluses that are available. And of course, let's not forget the main event, which is of course that screen. The kicker for me on this device is it is an AMOLED panel. AMOLED. It means that it is super crispy. It's the best panel that you can really get on any tablet or even phone as well. Most devices that have the best screens are AMOLEDs because they are very clear, very rich in color, and they work really, really well in bright places, as well as having very dark darks and very bright colors as well. So this device, better than the previous Honor that I did review, which I'll put a link to in the top of the screen here or there, where it had the LCD screen that was good, but this is better. And you see it immediately. As soon as you switch on that screen, the colors pop, it's extremely attractive, and it just looks amazing. So for all viewing of content, reviewing of photos, etc., it's just absolutely brilliant. So I really, really like that. And in terms of design quality, you've actually got the same bezel width all the way around. There is no disparity from top to bottom, left to right. All the bezel widths are exactly the same, and there's just enough edge for you to hold the tablet with your hands without obviously touching the screen. Now, are you going to be able to do that? Well, it's a little on the heavy side, and you would imagine that, what with having an AMOLED screen and a very large battery. If we're looking at the Honor website here, we can actually see it's got a 10,000 milliamp battery, or 10,050 milliamp battery, which is really, really cool. And it does absolutely last. I've charged it once. I've had it for over a week. I've used it every day. And I've had about 8 hours screen on time before the battery has gone really, really low. And then I've recharged it again. And it does come with, again, bundled in the box. If we take that out the way, when we order from Honor, and again, this is not a sponsored video. So Honor, if you want to sponsor, I would love that. Really appreciate it. But this is not a sponsored video. You actually get bundled in the box a supercharger, which is 66 watts. Inside the box, so you'll get that with it. It's not inside the box for the tablet, so it doesn't come as standard. This is bundled from Honor, and you get Honor Earbud X6. Now, these are going to be your budget earbuds, but they're going to work very, very nicely. They look exactly like Apple AirPods, to be honest. Not the best. I have tested these out. Definitely not going to be the best AirPods, but if you wanted to give them away or offer them to a kid or your grandparent as a gift, this is great because it's going to be bundled in there. And so you get those with it. So you get the pen, earbuds, and a charger when you order it. And of course, it's discounted at the moment when we look at the pricing in a moment. But it does have, as I mentioned as well, as I forgot to mention, the AMOLED screen and 144 Hertz as well, refresh rate. So that is crispy, crispy clean. Normally it's 120, 144 just takes it up a whole nother level, and it makes it that much more clean and clear when using the device, both for gaming and indeed for media consumption as well. This is not really a one-handed device. You can get away with it for a little while. You can definitely hold it in a more portrait position and get away with that upright. You can rest it on your lap, of course, but I would highly recommend that you actually invest in a case, because then, of course, you can stand it up. Now, I couldn't get a case from Honor themselves, so I bought an aftermarket case, which was very, very good value. And what works impressively is that the stylus actually sticks onto the tablet, even though it's fully encompassed in the case. So that gives testament to how strong the magnets are. It actually worked whilst inside the case. So I was actually quite pleased with that, and that is quite a good result as well. The weight of the device is 555 grams, so literally 555 grams. So it's going to become a bit tiring if you're holding it for that period of time. But you put it in a case with a foldable front cover that's obviously going to allow it to stand by itself. It's going to work really, really well, and it is worth it to have the technology that's inside this device. As mentioned, this is the Moonlight White, and the other one is called Black. One of the unique features about this device that I was very impressed with is it does actually come with the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. So that is really the latest gen, apart from the Snapdragon Elites, of course. Those are on very special devices at the moment. It really is getting the cutting edge device. So this is going to be future-proof for quite some time in terms of power. As with all Honor devices, you will get updates up to 4 years, particularly security updates. So that's pretty good news as well. So you will be supported from Honor. They're not the most timely, nor are they the most famous for pushing out these updates. When I got the device, it did push out the latest updates. So I am running the latest Android version, as well as the Magic OS 8 within the system, which I've reviewed before. And it does allow for great compatibility if you have other Honor devices, in particular smartphones or the earbuds, etc. You can connect within a very clever ecosystem just from the tablet in terms of screen sharing, data sharing, image sharing, all of that. It is very, very cool. I have reviewed that. Please do go look at my other videos if you would like to know more about that. So in terms of artificial intelligence, this device does have artificial intelligence in relation to photo editing and video editing, which is actually very, very cool. I edit my videos, and this video will be edited on this device. but it will be using the CapCut software. But I know that the software for video editing on Honor devices is almost identical to CapCut. So there's a lot of options, a lot of variation, and a lot of things you can actually do. So you don't need CapCut if you have this device, as the built-in video editor, in my opinion, is as versatile and as advanced as CapCut itself, which is actually quite unique and a massive selling point, because if you are somebody who enjoys playing with video or making videos, then the Honor and/or tablets are just fantastic for that reason. So talking about practicalities and of course for productivity, the power is absolutely going to be there if you're doing things like Word documents, presentations, and Excel spreadsheets, etc. And of course you'll get compatibility from the Microsoft suite as well. So in finale, because you are getting the pen with it as well, then the Honor pen is particularly usable if you are an artist or an aspiring designer who wants to have a little bit more finite control. The sensitivity of this pen is very, very, very good. I found that you are able to have very accurate touch sensitivity, and it can accurately detect the amount of pressure and the slant of the pen as well. So that can be very, very useful and great fun to use, particularly if you are not even used to drawing or you're somebody who isn't a particularly arty person. You can actually use this to begin the process of practicing how to do art. Now, so if you're looking to learn how to draw properly, there is no benefit to getting this. You don't need this. But for the purposes of storage, graphic design, for versatility, for erasability, for editing and so on, it's a great format to start learning on if you aren't already. Okay, so that's my recommendation. I give this device about a 8.5 out of 10. It's not absolutely ideal. I did notice on the flip side a couple of software glitches that I'm very surprised by. I use a calendar app on every single device I use, and on Honor devices, it's the only app that doesn't work as a widget on Honor devices. I do not know why. Calendar, the business calendar that I use, does not work on this app. It's the only device that doesn't accept it. Phones, tablets, whatever, it doesn't matter. Otherwise, I did notice when doing some screen separation, by doing split screen, of course, that there was some crossover where the image would disappear when I was dropping and dragging, for example, a video. It was hard to recreate. If I do, I will include it here. But there were definite glitches that shouldn't exist and that I've not seen on anything else. But other than that, in my previous Honor video, they actually had a problem with the auto detect for screen on, screen off when opening and closing a portfolio case. It seems to work just fine on this one. So this one will shut down the screen when I close the book using the carry case as well. So hopefully you got some value from that video. I really hope you consider getting one for yourself. Of course, use the links in my description if you do plan to. Again, this is an unsponsored link. This is an unsponsored video, so I don't get anything from it. But if you've got any questions, don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye-bye for now.